Right, we're live. Here we go.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. After about 20 minutes of setting up. Note to self, always pre-set up the podcast before having some beers and watching the football. So.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Anyway, it's nice to have you back, Paul.
Oi, we're back.
It's been a week. It's been a week since we last got on the podcast because we had a round table last weekend with the boys, which was eventful.
7 days.
To say the least.
Good fun with the boys.
Yeah.
Good to see him. Good to see him.
It's been a while since I've had honey JD. Cheers.
It's a nice drink.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been you came up to Bristol today. Again, it's been a pleasure having you up here.
Yeah.
As always.
Good spot. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So much has changed. I love this place.
Yeah. You arrived. We went up to the I've got a gym here in where I'm based, and again, your career is around the gym.
I live in the gym.
So we had a session in there. It was a light session, but it was a good.
It was a good little introduction to obviously tonight.
Yeah.
Just a little taste there. It was just a little warm up.
And then we had some steak after. Yeah, it's been quite a wholesome evening.
Proper man day.
And now we're doing the pod. So
I love a man day. A man day is one of my favorites, probably.
What would you say is what's the sustainable kind of lifestyle for you when it comes to working out, fitness? Is it because that's it. That's your day-to-day thing, isn't it?
Day-to-day, man. I have to train daily.
Yeah.
I have the odd day off, and I don't know what it is, man. I don't know how people don't train. I'm going to be honest. Just mentally, physically, I just have to. There's a release in me that has to come out at some point. Whether I'm working, whether I'm not, I just feel useless when I'm not working out. I'll be honest. As in, if I have a day where I don't work out, I feel like I've just wasted a day. So, for me, all about training, all about staying healthy mentally, physically, and just looking after yourself.
Yeah, because I guess it comes down to that link between for you anyway, it's that link between mental health and fitness.
100%.
And exploring that between the two, because like we said last podcast, we had our good friend Chris, and yourself as well, who've been doing the 75 hard day challenge for different reasons, but.
Yeah, it's just for me it was more discipline and what I'm about to move on to, and I had to spend some time on my own, which I wasn't used to, really, and just relying on yourself without anything else, any other distractions.
Yeah.
But trying to prove to yourself that you can do it as well. 75 days, can you do it? When I first mentioned it to people, it was that's tough. I'm like, that's the point. It says hard in the title. Do you know what I mean? So it's not going to be easy. And then getting to the end, and then and just making things like that your routine. It's good. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. And then obviously now taking that into the rest of my life, and hopefully onwards and upwards. That's what we do, right?
And what's been your fitness when I say when you kind of hone in on your fitness journey? What's been who's inspired you to Is it just been kind of what's been your kind of drive to get to where you are?
Do you know what? It actually takes me back a few years. My my drive to get into fitness was being at university and seeing so many people that turn up in good shape, young guys, girls, turning up in good shape and leaving. All they've done is drink alcohol because that's what you do, and you have a lot of fun, and people gained a lot of weight and they just got out of shape and whatever.
Yeah. And
it just made me think that I didn't want that period of my life to go that same way. So I then got into the gym. So as soon as I finished university, I then went to become a personal trainer immediately. It was like a switch. I was like, right, that's what I now need to do in my life. Okay, cool. So did that, and then since then, worked in the gym for a few years, came out of that, did loads of sales roles. You know me, I got chat for days. I think everybody that knows me knows I don't stop talking. Always be selling is one of my titles. But yeah, literally staying active. And even now I look back on social media, I've got friends that I've had for years or people that I've known for years, and I'm just they've just gone down that life of let's have kids. So let's just live that solemn life. Whereas I'm always a believer in looking after yourself. I like to look good naked. Like, simple as that. Bottom line, when I take my clothes off, if I don't like what I see, that's not okay for me. So, yeah, it's a vanity thing as well, but I'll take it. I don't care. I don't mind.
Yeah, because I guess it comes back to like self-growth within yourself as well. Like you have been on I assume you've been on a journey. You know, it comes back, like, I don't know, like for me it's like kind of comes down to that reinvention of yourself. Like you're probably a different person to who you were in your 20s.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think most people, I mean, I'm definitely different in terms of, you know, where I've come from to now. I think both of us, you've now hit the 30 mark.
Yeah. Wait, them hangovers are no joke now. I thought it was a joke at one point when somebody said to me, when you get to 30 it's going to hurt a lot more. No, it's 2 days now. It's not okay.
I remember we used to go out a lot. I mean, just as a backstory, I've known Paul for like 12 years. I think it might be longer now. I don't know, but it's been a long time. Over a decade. I don't know how
long exactly it is.
Yeah.
First day at university.
So
simple as that.
Yeah, and we used to go out a lot, and just not even just going out like well, it was mainly socializing, but you know, we used to do a lot more back then. But you can definitely feel it now. Well, I can anyway.
Super social people.
Yeah,
always. Yeah. When are we not? Like, that's what we do.
Yeah.
It's like chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
Is that chalk and cheese? Is that the saying?
I think
I'm not so sure. Yeah, we go together.
But that reinvention of yourself, do you feel like because I feel like you know what you want in life now. I know that over the years I've known you personally, so I know your journey. But I feel like you're on track.
We've been through a lot. Yeah.
Or maybe you're not on track, but you're still trying to. I don't know.
I know where I want to get to now. But at the same time, when I was 21, I thought I knew where I wanted to go. I thought I knew where I wanted to go at 25. So you're always changing and you're always evolving. But it's understanding your mind, understanding your body, and it takes a little bit of time. But for me, yeah, gone through numerous things, numerous heartbreaks. Yeah. But yeah, you do grow from that, and it does get better, and you just have to keep chipping away daily, chip away,
yeah.
and you'll keep growing for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I guess it comes back to that kind of like how can you have a positive mindset to keep that going? Do you know what I mean? Because you can have these ambitions and goals and targets, but how do you get that positive mindset in place to get to where you need to get to?
Do you know what? I wake up every day, right? I tell my sister as well. She'll know. Every day we wake up, I say to her, make your bed. Like, you got to achieve something, right? So straight away.
I agree. Making your bed is like the one thing.
It's such a random thing to do. It is, right?
And everyone has their own thing as well.
But it is. It's part of waking up, right? You've achieved something immediately. So when I was doing 75 hard, it was wake up, make the bed, get on a walk, get outside, get fresh air, have a coffee, get outside. That's what you have to do. And immediately you start your day, and it's like all these famous people or people that have passed have always. I read lots of books, and they're always, one of the first things they do is go outside and get fresh air and go for walks and think and embrace life. And I was doing that alone, and it was good. A couple of times we had conversations. It was good fun. But yeah, getting outside for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I live every moment. I live by the expression of, I like things to just like, when somebody says something, I like it to float in the air and it moves off, right? So if it's a bad comment, whatever it is, I like to let it slide. Some people, or human beings in general these days, somebody will say something and that'll affect them for a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I'm the kind of person that's in one ear and one out the other. Right, see you later. I didn't need that information.
Yeah.
Move on. Keep smiling. Keep moving. And some people will think that's fake, and that's absolutely fine. But it's just the way I live my life. If it's negative, I haven't really got time for it. I rarely watch the news ever, and it's because of those things. It's because it's always quite bad. I'm always told about certain things, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know, because it's just It's just negativity, and I'm a positive person, and I live second by second. And here we are now. We're having good fun, and
exactly.
And this is where we're at. And tonight we'll go out and we'll have a very good night, and we keep it moving. And then tomorrow we wake up and we go again. That's it. That's how it works.
Yeah, I guess it's perfectly normal to have a negative thought now and then, but it's just how you deal with it, isn't it? It's
100%. You're always gonna have negative thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But don't let it affect the rest of your day. That's a 10-second thought. There's 24 hours in a day. You probably sleep for 8 of them, so you've got 16 left. You've got 16 to make it count, right? We're not here forever. We never will be. But you just have to keep trying to spread positivity, make people laugh. Like, laughter is the key at times. Obviously, bad things happen in life, and you can't not feel sad sometimes, and that's okay. But embrace it and try and enjoy life for what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Just have a good time with it and see where you end up. And you'll I'm a firm believer in attracting what you, I don't know what the saying is, but like, I try and attract people that are similar to me. So I attract good energy. I don't want like negative people around my life, because that's that. And hence why I work in the gym and I train a lot. And I speak to the people in the gym, because they're all trying to be positive and they're all trying to be better each day. And that's what I thrive off, really. I can't really be around anything else. That and sales.
Yeah. Because I know, I mean, I've lived in I grew up in England, and I think I'm going to be here, I don't know for how long, but at the moment I'm happy here. But for you, your story is a little bit different, because you've had in the back of your mind for the last few years, you've been looking to leave this country.
Yeah.
And, the kind of, what do you call it, the big leap into like, I think the question is like, what's inspired you to move abroad and leave the UK?
That's a big question, I don't know how to, I actually don't know. I've always wanted to help people, and I've always wanted to see different lives, and I've been traveling a lot. I've been away with numerous people, yourself included, and I've always enjoyed being away. I went to Thailand, and I saw how slow their lives were, but it was like inspiring, because it was, when you get to London and you've worked in London as long as me, it's 100 mile an hour, but you get on the tube and it's like, it's not actually 100 mile an hour. It's just loads of people on their phone looking miserable. Like, you have these seasons where now it's cold and it's raining and no one wants to be outside. And I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's just the way I want to live. And I've done it for 30 years. And I said to myself, I give myself a year. It was a year ago I planned it. And I said I'd move abroad to Australia, and that's what I'm going to do. I am. I'm going in literally 4 weeks.
Do you know what? And I'm excited for you as well. Like, that's the thing. I like when because you said you people fly out ideas and commitments and things. And you never think they're gonna go with it. Yeah. But you've actually committed.
We've spoken about this for a long time.
For me, it was like when you got your visa. Like when people and it's always like when people put the steps in place to make something happen. You think, this person's actually serious.
Oh, this is happening. Do you know what? The day I got my visa, I remember it so clearly, because I did it at like 2 a.m. and I had this adrenaline rush, and I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep all night, and then I called you in the morning about 8 a.m. I was like, mate, I've done it. I've got the visa. I was like, let's look at flights. All of a sudden, I booked a flight the same morning with you. Yeah. And it was like everything happened so fast, but obviously it was planned so long ago, and then all of a sudden it became real, and it became something that I was actually doing. Like, because like you said, a lot of people float out ideas. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Yeah, but until it actually starts happening, it doesn't really mean much. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a long-term plan, and I'm gonna sell fitness dreams in another place. And
that's the thing as well, taking your taking your career, and that's that whole thing of like being able to, it's taken you a while to understand exactly what you want to do as a career, and you know what you want to do, and it's now you're taking that abroad. Wherever you want to go, you're going to take your job with you.
100%. And it's you can't just do it. I don't think you can just do it straight away and do it to the best of your ability. I don't know how it's going to go. It could be the greatest thing I ever do. It could be the worst. Yeah. But I've made loads of mistakes, so it's not that bad. I'll just come back home. It's 25 hours. I'll be back home. But the point is, you have to try, and I live by things like I like to take leaps of faith, and I've got loads of friends that are in relationships and very, very happy, but it's just not for me, that kind of lifestyle, just sitting there and, right, I'm going to work for the next 30, 40 years. I'm going to have kids. I'm going to run that way. I'm the kind of person that needs to do loads of things. I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing. I don't know. It's just as got
exactly me. It's like me. I've got so many side projects on at the moment. I think there's certain people that, especially who I have in my life. You know, I like to keep busy. I'm always social. You know this. You know, I'm always having an idea, and you know, and it's ideas that lead to opportunities and things like that. So it's
100%, and obviously being around each other, I think that inspires people to be better. Like I love that you've got loads of things going on, and you're always telling me something new, and I'm like, I don't know how you juggle all that. I barely go to work 9 to 5, and that's what I mean. It's like things like that. And it's like people always say, well, like, how can they do that? And it's like, because they want to, and it's making things happen and being strong with it and backing yourself. Do you know what I mean? You can fall. It's okay. If you fall down, you'll get back up. It's not that bad. It's like, if you don't try, you'll never know, right? So if I don't go to Australia and I don't try this, we'll just sit here and talk about it for the next 10 years. And then in 15, 20, 30 years, we'll sit there and go, well, I was going to go to Australia and it didn't really happen. But well, why? Because you didn't, like, do you know what I mean? So,
but it's not, but for you, it's probably not about the country as such, is it? Well, maybe it is about the country. I don't know. It's
a big fitness place, but I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go, and I've always wanted to work abroad. I've always wanted to live abroad. So why not go to the other side of the world? Why not? Like, you're going to do it properly, right? I guess. Yeah. And I mean, well, I'm going to be in January. I'm going to be in the sun. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not good for my ginger skin, but 40 degrees heat, training hard, meeting new people. That's perfect. Yeah. Sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, because your job's quite social, so I'm sure you will pick up. Yeah.
numerous people. We speak to people every day, and it's weird actually, because I moved from one club to another. So obviously I worked for Fitness First, but I moved from one club to another. And that was never the original plan. The original plan was to do the whole year. They knew, and then I was going to move, but obviously it closed, so we moved on. So I got to this place, and I met these people, and one of the best compliments I had was one of the workers was like, how long have you been here? Like, I was like, literally like 2 months. And she was like, it feels like you've been here years. And I was like, that's that. Do you know what I mean? So when I go there, hopefully I can have that same feeling on somebody else. And it's like, it doesn't take too long, but... And it made me even.
That's a nice feeling to know that you're going. And it's also your job is your hobby as well. It's like when you can combine the two, then it's just a blessing.
Well, this is it. Yeah. All I do is sell and talk and train. That's literally my life.
Yeah, that's the dream, isn't it? It's that finding that balance.
But it puts a smile on my face every day. Yeah. And this is why I'm trying to be as cheery as possible. Obviously, you can't be cheery every second. Sometimes sales are low, but I just want to win. So.
And make sure people are trained and.
Well, it's not even about staying in shape. It's about, like, I'm a firm believer that everybody should be a part of a gym. Everybody should exercise daily, or at least 3-4 times a week, have a routine, and they will feel better within themselves. Like, it's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, fitness is
almost
key.
A potion.
Yeah. And
I'm just 100% believer in it because I'm one of them. So
and I think it's important for people to really, not preach, but also kind of just like, it's good to have people out there motivating other people.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Because some people look, especially I'm specifically thinking of like men as well. Like a lot of guys, when they go into, I can imagine when they go to the gym, they can feel a little bit like lost, and sometimes it's really nice.
I see all manner of people.
I bet you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, no matter who it is. When they first walk in, they're a bit apprehensive, and obviously I'm selling something, but at the same time I'm also selling a lifestyle. It's not just selling a product. I'm not selling a home or selling a laptop or selling a phone. I'm selling something that they have to then believe in themselves. Like, this is not for me. Like, I can sell a gym membership. That's absolutely fine. I can sell a dream, but whether it's all going to come down to that person. Like, so my job is to make them feel as comfortable as possible in a place where I feel like I'm at home. So that's my home, and it's like bringing people in and being this is going to be okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause some people are super nervous. Some people are just coming in like, absolute gym freaks, love
Yeah.
it and own it. That's absolutely fine. But you do get a lot of people that are just not that comfortable, but are uncomfortable within themselves at the same time. And the best part is when you see somebody, I've met numerous people over the last 4 or 5 years that come in and they're not that comfortable, they're a bit shy, and then a few weeks later, a few months later, they become the most social and most comfortable person, and they look great. And it's like you've almost helped them. So the whole journey is the best part, really, because you're helping someone change their life essentially, and that's just from selling a membership. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's selling a lifestyle that I preach and I live. So
like recently, just like before, you've known me for ages, and it's like before, like I went to the gym hardly ever, and like especially the last year, my gym, well, not gym, but just fitness is just like, I'm a big runner, so I used to run a lot. You know, I'm good with the cardio aspect, but it was just more kind of just cardio, keep up the stamina, see how long we can last.
I had to at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your strategies for meeting kind of genuine people now that you're in your 30s? Because I know moving to another country is gonna be tough, isn't it? Because you're gonna have to, like, you know, you've been through, you know what it's like to meet people in the UK. I can imagine you kind of probably have an idea of how you're going to meet people, but maybe you don't. I'd like to, like, it'd be interesting to know, like, how you think I mean, I know that, like, the gym, for example, the gym is probably going to be the main focus of, like, building up friendships.
This was, to be fair, the number one reason of being in work and working and being in what I enjoy was to stay healthy and stay safe. So my safety is going to the gym, right? So I know that on a day-to-day basis, if I go to the gym, I'll feel better.
Yeah.
So my goal was to obviously travel Australia. It was obviously travel around. But I feel like I'd get bored not training, not being part of memberships, you know what I mean? Like not being in a social aspect. So I decided to go there and work, which is pretty much the goal now, hopefully. Fingers crossed, we're all good. And I'm at my best, like I said, when I met people at this gym. I've only been there a couple of months and they feel like I've been there years. I'm at my best when I'm at a place where I'm happy and I'm confident and I'm training. So I'll definitely be in the gym meeting people 100%.
Yeah. Right, Paul. Nice to have you again.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, mate. Right.
Done this before, haven't we?
yeah, many times, mate. Many times. Before we go, let's cheers.
Oi.
Here's to a good night.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Send.
Let's go. Let's go.